You've been kidnapped. 30 minutes later your kidnapper dumps you on the street because you won't stop talking about what? How whale dicks are probably the origin of sea serpent legends. My D&D campaign. True crime podcasts. Edit, no joke. A friend of mine owns a bar. And whenever I'm there, we have a deal. If people stay too long after last call when she's trying to close up, if I can get them to leave, I drink for free. My go-to is to start telling stories about my favorite true crime cases, and it works almost every time. The kidnapper not giving me the candy for getting in the van. So let me tell you how Linux is a far better operating system and how the modern internet owes its life to free and open source software. Raid, Shadow Legends. Lego. Oh. This one piece only came in one set issued in 1984. It was a limited edition set, so there weren't that many to start with. But a lot of pieces from that era are now lost or in landfills. So it only comes up for sale from time to time. Usually at auction. One sold in 2003 for $72 buck. Can you believe that? $72 for a single Lego piece. Anyway. Every time I buy used Legos, I always check for that piece. Oh. There's other pieces like that too. It isn't just the one piece. There was another piece. Well, actually a minifigure. That was all gold. Not like that fake plastic looking gold. But actually shiny. Wait. Where are you going? Guys? Hey. I'm almost done. You gotta hear the rest. Guys? My newest MLM adventure. Henry VIII. Second verse. Same as the first. The entire story and character construct of the Kingdom Hearts series. The fact that College Board basically has a monopoly on the college credit entrance business, at least in the US. But we use them in an international school I went to too, and how competition is necessary for APs. SATs. ACTs. ACT. To be cheaper and more reasonable. They are bad for the higher education system and everyone in it. Constantly making eye contact and asking what is wrong. Every single mistake they made in the planning and execution of said kidnapping. I'd like to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Warhammer 40k. Endlessly critiquing their kidnapping plan as I suggest better options. You know. The zip ties are nice pick, but they're really easy to snap with since effort. Personally I'd suggest rope or even paracord. I hope you remembered to wear a disguise when you rented this van. They have CCTVs everywhere nowadays. Neither of us need your face on TV. So what's your endgame here? Is it money? A sex thing? Revenge? A sex thing? I just like to know what's on the itinerary. If it's one of those other things. Can it also be a sex thing? I mean, it's not my fault you didn't think to sedate me when you picked me up. Frankly, that's a rookie mistake. About how Hades is actually a pretty good guy and that the idea of him being evil or bad comes from the Christian idea of the devil being associated with him for no reason other than underworld. My cat. My 15 story ideas. All of which are fantastical. Hey guys. Quick edit. So many of you sound like amazing writers, creators, and storytellers, so I made the subreddit Are Your Story Here PLS. Feel free to join to put any or all aspects of your stories down. No matter how short or long. I can't respond to all of you, so here's a subreddit instead. Me explaining in great detail why it was the right decision to keep Tom Bombadil out of the Lord of the Rings movies. The tragedy of Darth Plague is the wise. That my dad can beat up his dad. World of Warcraft. Reciting the B-movie script. Just an endless stream of woke shit. Why isn't there a woman on his kidnapping team? Why no black folks? Doesn't he believe in representation? Just non-stop jabbering about gender dynamics. white supremacy, etc. The Python programming language. You see, everyone just uses the shield wrong. You don't always need it out. You can deflect skeleton arrows. And even creeper blasts. It's totally worth the 16th of the screen you lose while you have it equipped. And infinity? What a joke. Get a Fletcher or a skeleton spawner and you're set for life. Why not just add mending into the mix? And don't even get me started on how much more people should be using potions. You know. Instant harming to can direct. S. Why some people pronounce the same two words differently, a historic versus an historic. Sorry. That was meant to be phonetic. Also. Why the rising terminal is so annoying when it isn't a question. Edit, sorry. I should have said hi rising terminal. Edit. Part 2. Electric Boogaloo, thank you. I learned quite a bit about the H-word thing. The possibility of Clash of Clans losing its appeal and audience due to too many new updates and making it too complex. My theory on how Kim Jong-un is actually both gay and Remy from Ratatouille. Our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. My cat's gambling addiction. My past relationships. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I would recite my Vaughan poetry. About the changes that Formula One tracks suffered after Ayrton Senna's fatal accident during the 1994 San Marino GP. Not many people know that several tracks such as Montreal, Barcelona, Spa-Francorchamps, Silverstone, Jerez, Estoril, Monza, and of course, Imola, where the tragedy happened, were modified with temporary or permanent chicanes, or reprofiled corners in an attempt to make them a bit safer. I could go on talking about the layout evolution of all of these tracks over the years. The kidnapper would beg for mercy. God help him when I start rambling about Spa's bus stop. Nickelback ought to do the trick. That completely fascinating dream I had. Followed by the story of how I got out of jury duty. Followed by how I got rear-ended at a red light and the guy who hit me tried to get out of paying for it. The kidnapper not being double-masked. Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy merchandise were the closest thing to everything. I love jellyfishing. You should love jellyfishing. You should come sometime and bring your own net. So, as I was saying, you and me gotta hang out more. What nights are good for you? Here are the nights that are good for me: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I gotta work. I work at the Krusty Krab. My best friend is Patrick. He's pink. etc. I can go on for approximately 45 minutes about the missed opportunities and other poor decisions in the Harry Potter books. So. The Rick Astley paradox. Why Rick Astley can't give his wife up even if she asked him to. Cryptocurrency investing opportunities. Fuck this influx of new crypto subs every damn millisecond. Nobody cares about your Moonwaffle coins. Edit, and watch. Someone will make Moonwaffle coins and they will be worth billions of other useless coins. Update, I couldn't get the name for Moonwaffle but my new coin is off the chain. Moonblue Waffle is totally legit. Search Blue Waffle to find out more. My loneliness and about all my mental health issues. Plants. I've been dumped by boyfriends, colleagues, and friend groups because it's all I ever want to talk about. I know this isn't in the spirit of the hypothetical. But I did get to bring up plants in a relevant way. So it's a win in my eyes. CrossFit. Buying shares in GameStop. Marvel or Star Wars. I just call my mother-in-law and put her on speaker. How amazing season 8 of GOT was. I think it's shit. Actually. But if I kept going on and on about how wonderful the writing was, how satisfied all the character endings were, I'm sure they'd be like, she's crazy. Man, just bring her back. Animal Crossing. I could go on for hours about the struggles of trying to get my island just right and how Nook's Cranny never stocks any of the items I need for my villagers' yards and everything I miss from New Leaf. The litter at the side of the road that I can see through the van window. It's an outrage. I don't understand why people do this. Why don't they have more respect? Think of the wildlife. It's so ugly. Why aren't the council cleaning this up? Aren't other people annoyed by this? What must foreign visitors think? Our nice countryside is being ruined. Why people give awards to their own are AskReddit questions with 0 comments. Also, Timothy Chalamet. My yeast infection. Being vegan. Esperanto. I'd be happy to regale him with wordplay and the agglutinative structure. Comparisons to English and its relationship to French and Polish. Hey. Wanna hear the most annoying sound in the world? The entire plot and history of the Bionicle universe. Actually, it would be about 2 hours. Weird sea fish. Dynamic excite-chaining techniques in modern music production. Custom mechanical keyboards. Manatees' female vaginas are the most similar to the human. And they could be the start of the myth about mermaids. Beautiful creatures the sailors had sex with. Being COVID positive. Warhammer 40k lore or the history of metal music. Are we there yet? Harry Potter or The Sims? Nefarious people relish the fear of their prey. So the most obvious solution would be to convey captivating, exuberant joy to the kidnapper at having been kidnapped. Would remove all of the satisfaction of the kidnapper. Just a theory. How he's going to carry my obese body if he actually kills me? Like, does he have faithful, trustworthy friends to keep it a secret, or is it just him? How much does he bench? Active transport advocacy and how car culture has ruined many towns, cities, and suburbs with urban sprawl and public spaces that aren't pedestrian friendly. The healing power of essential oils. Star Wars. Definitely Star Wars. Oatmeal. I'd tell them everything. Everything? Everything. I'd tell them how in 3rd grade I cheated on my history exam. On 4th grade I stole my uncle's top and glued it on my face. On 5th grade I knocked my sister Edie down the stairs and blamed it on the dog. Then my mom sent me to summer camp for fat kids. Then on lunch I pigged out and they kicked me out. But the worst thing I ever done. I got my father's fake puke at home and then I went to this movie theater with the puke in my jacket. Climbed up to the balcony. And then I made a noise like this makes puking noise. And then I dumped it on the side. Then all the people in the audience started getting sick and puking all over each other. I never felt so bad in my entire life. Sad. Veganism. How safe drivers can save up to 15% with Progressive. The hygiene. Basically end up torture them by asking if they have sanitized everything. Listing down the places one by one and criticizing their technique. The merely apparent existence of things. Though nothing exists on its own and all is a single unity. Crime shows. I am obsessed with true crime. My ships and fandoms. Jiu-jitsu. The grammar mistakes he makes when he talks. Bitcoin. Chickens. And string theory. Not chickens and string theory. Obviously. Because I've had no luck getting these birds to focus on the research.